Well, it had to be done, didn't it? I've been hanging my nose over this location for a couple of years now, and I've never managed to get here in, again, what most would class as optimum conditions. Fog, mist, but we have got snow. I'd watched the forecast last night and there was a forecast for a light snowfall. Humidity was quite high, so I thought, oh, we might get a bit of mist, but no. But I'm really glad I came. I spent 20 minutes driving up and down the road, trying to find somewhere I could park Maddie. Haven't got my winter tyres on yet. And in the end I just abandoned her. I'm kind of half in and half out of a lay-by. The lay-by I'd looked for was under snow, and I didn't know it, so I thought, well, I'm not going to risk it, and it was uphill. Not the best of ideas. So I've just kind of abandoned her, as you've just seen, on the edge of the lay-by. It's not a busy road, as you can tell from the lack of tyre tracks. We're at the dark hedges of the Peak District, is what I'd like to call it. And I've just been chatting to a very nice chap. He's been here quite frequently, and I apologise profusely. I felt like I was pushing him out. And yeah, I can see the appeal. We've still got a little bit of colour in the beech trees, I'm guessing, at the top. And then we've got the... Oh, are they oak? No, they're not oak, are they? I don't know. These trees, anyway, curving over. And they've all got the edges dusted in snow, which just adds a little something to it. Yes, I'd have killed for mist, but hey, you can't have it all. I'm shooting at f4.5 and I've just done a focus stack because whilst I want shallow depth of field to soften the distance. Oh, there's somebody with some doggies. Hello.
Sorry?
Hello. Hello, lovelies. What a fabulous place to walk. Hello.
Yeah, every morning.
Oh, you've got your stick and that's it. You're a happy chappy.
What a money. We're all right down here.
Absolutely, you feel free. And I'm not shooting at a fast enough shutter speed to capture them in the shot. But what I will do, whilst they're walking through, is just do a little bit of in-camera video. Oh, crikey, that's not good, is it? Oh. Yeah, my camera's all back to front. I don't think that's even vaguely in focus, but it'll do. I've started off right at this far end, and I'm going to walk down a little way and see what else is down there, but the tree with the colour seems to be sort of halfway. I'm on the 70 to 200 just to compress the scene a little bit, and it does add a bit of softness to the background. And the processing that I do, which isn't my processing, by the way, I nicked it off of Nick Page, I think it was, just helps to add to that. So yeah, it's a bit chilly. There's actually a lovely sunrise, and the light is just hitting on the trees in the distance. If I hang around here long enough, I might get some side light coming in. That would be nice, and it might pick up the colour in those leaves. But I am going to wander down a little further. I was at f4.5 and about a fifth of a second. So yeah, well worth a nice early start. And because it's a weekday, I figured there wouldn't be anybody else here. There was one person, but he's been here a few times, so I don't feel quite so bad. Nice chappy. Oh, right, I'm going to go for a wander down there, see what else I can get. There's things you have to be careful of. There's a beautiful tree here, really thick trunk, and it's had a branch chopped off it. And you have to be very careful not to get that in the composition unless you want to do 5 or 6 focus stack images. So I've dropped the tripod down low now. I've walked a little bit further into this sort of avenue, The shape of the trees is phenomenal. I'm guessing it's obviously the wind because pretty much all the trees are leaning that way. Yeah, they're leaning to the right. It's fantastic, it really is. The light's coming better, and as I was walking down I spotted another little shot of just over there, kind of a Christmassy card shot. There are a pair of barns at right angles to one another in a corner of a field. There's a wooden fence, but it's only the uprights that are wooden. You can't see the wire in between them. Behind those two buildings are two little trees, and then the background is purely fir trees at the back, which the tips are all laden with snow, and then other trees, and I'm not close enough to know what they are, but they've got a bit of a frost on them as well. And the light coming in on them and on the trees behind was absolutely perfect. And I thought, that's a little bit different. And apparently this place is for sale. If anybody's fancying it, it's only 1.5 mil. I don't know how much you get for kidneys these days. What a place. I mean, it's phenomenal. I dread to think how much land there is with it. But yeah, what an awesome place. And I don't know who owns this woodland. I presume it's the council or the government. But it's beautiful. So I'm still shooting with the 70-200. We're at f4.5 rather, because there's so much that I want to get in focus. I've gone to f4.5 instead of f2.8. Although because I am a distance off, I'm going to try f2.8. f4.5 is still minimising the background and softening it all. We're at a 20th of a second. And the first couple of shots I did from down there, I thought, why is there movement in that? Tripod's solid. I checked, VR was turned off. So I knew that wasn't the problem. I thought, oh, here we go, we've got problems. And then I realised I'd not got my timer delay on. On the Z50, it's called exposure delay, which confused me when I first got it. And I'd not got it on because I'd been doing handheld shots. So I popped that on. Boom! Everything suddenly comes into focus and is sharp. Oh. Yeah, and I forgot my gloves. I've got my Valorés and I really ought to put them on, but I'm too embroiled in this. There's a beautiful, I don't know, that's a fir, I think, leaning off to the right, really leaning off to the right, some verticals behind, and they've all got a thin covering of snow right on the edge, like somebody's gone along and dusted them with icing sugar. It really is a fabulous place. I'm going to go and take a shot from the other end. And after I finished here, I've got another location which I don't know where it is. I get the feeling it's going to be on a road that's got no parking. That's always provided I can get Maddie out of where I've left her. But I'm going to see if I can find it and see if we can get something there. But this place, yes, it's been done to death. More so just recently because of the advent of social media. I know there was a guy on Facebook last night saying he came here before anybody knew it existed. And it is a bit like Dark Hedges in Ireland. You've got to go there. But sometimes it's good to stand in other people's tripod holes. You're never going to get the same weather. You're not going to get the same conditions. There's different things in the scene that somebody else won't have captured. So do it. Go for it. What the hell? It's nice to explore and get your own compositions at your own locations, but sometimes just do it. Just go where everybody else goes. Apart from anything else, it scratches an itch. I have got to get back here during fog. I've tried a shot at f8, just to see the difference, and also to see what difference it makes in my processing. When I shoot at f2.8, I've had to do a couple of focus stacks because I wanted the nearest tree in focus, but I also wanted not the furthest one. I don't know if you can see this curved one here. I wanted that in focus. I wanted the wall that was nearest to the front of the image in focus. By focusing on that tree, I get this first little bit of wall in. By focusing on that one, the rest of that wall tends to come in as well because it's on the same focal plane. Oh, look at me sounding like I know what I'm on about. And I think that's about all I'm going to do today. I'm not quite sure. I think the sun's over there. So it's going to take an age to come round here and actually put some light in here. But I'm not disheartened. I think this is a fabulous place. And I'm pointing the other way now. I've come in at that end, so I've walked down. At the end, if you do come here, something to be mindful of, at the end you can see the road. So you have to time your shots. There's a great big white transit van going through it. Not that I did that, of course, several times. The rest of this woodland is too compact, too messy, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to head off and see if I can find this other location. Google Maps is brilliant, but it doesn't warn you that the laybys aren't usable when it's snowing. I'm used to, and this sounds really snobbish, I'm used to being out in Finland where they clear the laybys, so you have somewhere to pull in. Councils in the UK, take note. Just clear the odd blinking lay-by for us. Because if you break down and you're on that main drag, you're in deep trouble. You're going to cause chaos. Yeah, the soft light has now gone. I'm quite pleased with the images I've got here. As I say, I've been shooting portrait, landscape. I've been down low, I've been up high. And I'm quite pleased with the few that I've got. Might only turn out to be 2 images. One from either direction. But now I know where it is, now I know where to park, I shall be keeping a very close eye on conditions over the winter. And back into spring when we tend to get more fog and mist in spring and autumn than we do in the winter. And there's a lovely, I'm presuming it's some sort of storage barn, just and the light is hitting the front side of it. From this angle there's not really an image because there's nothing there. But from the other side, there's 3 trees in the background. You've got the wall going across the middle of it. It doesn't quite sit right. But that'll make an image as well, I believe. So yeah, so hopefully I'll see you shortly when I find this other location. If I don't, have a good couple of weeks and I'll see you soon. Toodaloo.